Hello traveler, and welcome to yet another review of some World of Warcraft replica swords. Today is a special edition because I don't have just one, but two replicas that I'm going to go through with you right now. The reason for that is because I have the full-size Lion Fang King Lane Rin's sword and a children's size, they call this a dagger, but a children's size sword. Let's get into it. Okay, so let me start with a very short introduction for this video, as I do with all of these reviews for replicas. My name is Lucian, and I am a fan of World of Warcraft. I've been playing it since I was maybe 12 years old, and I do this in my spare time. I have a full-time job working, and that's what also helps to afford all of these different weapons that you see right here behind me. So I was trying to look through the internet around and find reviews of these replicas from World of Warcraft. I just had a very tough time finding some quality reviews of these weapons. So I figured I might as well just sell my soul to Sargeras and buy all of these swords myself with my own money, and then make reviews that maybe someone will find relevant and, you know, valuable out there on the internet, just because we have this passion for World of Warcraft. Okay, so as I do every single time, I do have my small notebook here where we start with the lore. And this time there's not a lot. I do have one page. I have one page of this because there is actually not that much lore about the sword itself. We know that it's called the Lion's Fang sword, and it's Lane Rin or King Lane Rin who has this sword. Today I do have some confusion mixed in the lore because there are some double-sided stories going around, but let's start with the beginning. King Lane Rin, the king of Stormwind during the First War, and the First War happened when the Orcish Horde started invading Azeroth. That's when Medivh, he actually betrayed the alliance because he was under the control of the Fel. So they opened the portal in the Black Morass, and because when they came through the portal there was such dark magic, the entire land kind of died in the place where they created this dark portal in the Black Morass. It was called before. After the event of the Black Portal, the Dark Portal, the land became the Blasted Lands, the really, really reddish area where you go in quest, and also the Swamp of Sorrows that lies just above it. The Swamp of Sorrow is not that much destroyed by the death of nature as the Blasted Lands is, but most probably it would have been corrupted and destroyed if the Dark Portal was not closed. The Dark Portal was closed at the end of the Second War, and that's pretty much the story of the Blasted Lands and the Swamp of Sorrows. King Lane Rin, he spent his childhood together with Anduin, Lothar, and Medivh, and they were playing a lot, and later on, I'm not sure exactly, it's not because we don't know that much about the sword, when exactly King Lane Rin actually got this sword. What we know on the other side, on the other hand, is that Lane Rin, Anduin, Lothar, and Medivh were on their adventures, and that's when Anduin Lothar found this sword, the Quel'Zeram, and they loved it that much that it was Medivh who named this the Quel'Zeram. It meant high blade in Thalassian. By the way, I made a review of this sword, and it's also available on my YouTube channel if you are interested and if you want to see it. But let's get back to the story here. So if you've seen the movie Warcraft, then you will clearly see King Lane Rin wielding this sword, the Lion's Fang, and doing it one-handed. He also has the shield, which is over there. I mean, both of them are. You can see Lane Rin wielding this, the Lion's Fang, and you can also see Anduin Lothar wielding the Quel'Zeram occasionally, because he also wields this Royal Guard sword. It's not the great royal sword, but this one is a sword that also the footmen have. A beautiful sword. There's also a review about this, by the way. Okay. So fast forward. King Lane Rin is unfortunately killed by Garona. And this is where the story gets complicated, because in the movie, in the film, King Lane Rin gets killed by Garona at the Dark Portal with King Lane Rin's sister's dagger. And Garona kills him because she would take the honor instead of anyone else killing him. Then she could save herself because she was caught in the crossfire with the orcs. So when she killed King Lane Rin, then she would get the honor and become a part of the Horde again. That's the story in the movie. On the other hand, the lore of the game, and from what I could find online, Garona was still an agent of the Horde and controlled by Gul'dan. So the lore says that it was actually at the siege of Stormwind that Garona killed King Lane Rin with the Kingslayer's 2 daggers. So there were 2 legendary daggers that the roads get in Legion, 2 legendary daggers, and these daggers are made and controlled by Gul'dan. So with that said, Garona is under the influence, under the control of Gul'dan, acting as an agent of the Horde and killing Lane Rin on purpose. Whereas in the movie, she kills him just to get the honor and to survive and be revered by the Horde. So where are the lore gurus? Please help us. Noble, comment on this video if you can. So that's why I don't like rogues. Period. I play Paladin. I'm a Paladin. Okay, that's pretty much the lore that I can share with you right now. Regarding the sword, where there's not that much, and regarding the story of King Lane Rin. By the way, just so you know, King Lane Rin is the father of Varian Rin, who in turn is the father of Anduin Rin. And according to lore, Varian Rin was present when Garona killed King Lane Rin. Good. Now we got that out of the way, let's get into the juicy part and look at these 2 amazing swords. I will start with the large one and find my notes with the composition of the sword. So here we have an amazing piece of art, the sword, the lion's fang. I will get to the feel of it a bit later, but let's measure this and see how this goes. So this is actually quite a long sword. Measuring in at 117 centimeters. 117 centimeters. And at its widest point, this is 20 centimeters. Here at the crossguard, it's 20 centimeters. What this has quite special going on about it is quite a long grip in itself, including this golden part. We are looking at 19 centimeters of grip, so easily 2 hands. The width of the grip, we are looking at a thick one, it's 4 centimeters. Generally for those it's around 35 millimeters, this is 40 millimeters. The width of the blade itself is 8 centimeters, and if we're looking at the blade length, I'm just going to finish it here, which is 79 centimeters out of 117 in total, so 79. Okay, let's put this on the scale and see how much it weighs. I'm confident that it weighs under 5 kilos, and that's why I'll put it on my food scale over here. This sword weighs 3.6 kilograms. 3,600 grams of pure steel and rubber. Yes, 3.6 kilograms, and let's have a look at what this looks like. So we start with the pommel here on the right side. Let's hope there's enough light for you to see it properly. This is very unique. I think this is lovely, this is amazing and fantastic because it's just so detailed and, you know, unique. The end, if in itself, I'll cover my face so you can see this. Probably I'll do some B-roll on it. It's hollow in the middle here, up to here, so around 4 centimeters. Then we have the grip in itself. We go on to the crossguard, which is very royal. It's actually an extension. I'll cover my face so you can focus on the sword. It is an extension of the mane of the lion. So if we go around the other side here, you can see the lion head itself here, and then its fur and the mane just continues here and on the inside as well. What's interesting to see, there are some engravings over here on both sides. I don't know what it says. I do not know Thalassian or whatever language this would be. Continuing on to the rain guard over here and the ricasso. Very interested wide shape, similar to the Royal Guard sword. I might bring it in. I will bring it in so you can see a difference. Because these are my 2 favorite weapons. I'll cover my face once again so you can see the difference. Quite different, but at the same time, similar. They both have lions. I like the Royal Guards a bit more in that aspect, which is this one, the Royal Guard sword. But the golden colors of this, I think, is just outstanding. It makes it very special. Continuing on to the motifs here, which are actually applied, and on the sword here it looks like they have been glued on with some double-sided tape, these golden motifs here. So they are very 3D up. And then these nice motifs here, they are not even engraved, it's just etched on it. There is a bit of a fuller here to reduce the weight of the sword. So it starts at the bottom of the blade and it goes up to here. The fuller stops here. The fuller being the ridge in the middle here to reduce the weight of the sword and make it more usable. Not that the swords in World of Warcraft are usable in any way, but it looks good. It looks amazing. Yes, then there's no central ridge. It's just a continuation of the blade here. And the blade is, of course, blunt here on the sides. So you cannot cut yourself in it. Pointy? No, it's not super pointy. It's okay. It's okay. It's nothing compared to the Frostmourne, which is so pointy that you can actually cut yourself in it. So that's a pointy sword. The handle over here, or the grip, is some sort of soft rubber, blue, and it looks like it's airbrushed with the gray, cross parts over here. Okay quality, not extraordinary quality, and you can see where it's been polished to remove the, probably it's been cast in some way in a machine with this rubber, and then they polished it to remove the, leftovers. So that's visible on it, but it's not a 1,000 euro sword, so that would be okay. One more addition that I would like to make, which I'm not super happy for. I thought when I bought this sword that the gold here, the golden part on the pommel, and the golden part on the rain guard over here, I thought the gold part would be absolutely golden and shiny, but this one has some sort of tinting on it, black sort of something that would make it look worn and battle worn. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that. I know some people would love that because it just looks more authentic. I would just rather that this is just pure gold, extraordinarily nice gold. This is it for the large sword. Let's take a look at the smaller one, which is, a dagger according to them, to the seller, but this is not a dagger. This is a mini sword. It came with this cute holder here, and this is very light. This is extremely lightweight. I'm not going to go through the motives in the same way because it's exactly the same, just downscaled, including the crappy painting with black, or what is it called? Tainting, whatever that would be called. I think this is cute. This is cute, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Let's measure it so you understand it. Let's actually first try the weight. Probably this weighs like 1.5 kilos or something. No, not ounces. grams. 1.6 kilos, 1,600 grams. Ha, that was precise. Like, I'm saying this is cute because of the grip here. It's just a toy. We are talking 25 millimeters in diameter. And in length, the blue part is 8 centimeters. This is very cute. On the other side, what's good about this is that it's extremely handy. So you could just do everything with this, with both hands, because it's just so small. You can just easily manhandle this. Do I have any punching bag here? I mean, you could maybe dual wield this if you had nothing better to do on a Thursday evening. I think this looks cool to put it like this, maybe. You can see the difference here. You can clearly see the difference. I'll make it fit in the frame. But which one are you a bigger fan of? Do you like the small one better, or do you like the larger one? Give me something in the comments so I can hear you. There's a big weight difference, of course, because of the size of it. So the handling is going to be different. Testosterone levels, very different. The problem with this is that it's very top heavy. So while the handle here is extremely, you know, comfortable to hold, there's nothing problematic there. I discussed this in the review of my Frostmourne over here, which is an amazing sword, and I don't think I will ever sell this. But if you see the handle on this one and it has spikes on it, it makes it actually painful to hold, although it just, you know, puts the power of the maw in your hands, and it just feels amazing to wield that. Although the jailer, this kind of hurts. You need to find the exact point where your fingers don't, don't stick inside of these spikes that you have here. But I mean, you're the Lich King, you don't feel pain, so that doesn't matter. Contrasting, the Lion's Fang is very, very comfortable. It's very comfortable because there's nothing else than, you know, like soft rubber on it. Yes. Final point, as I always say, should you go and buy this? I'll give you my own opinion. I've been looking for these swords a lot. I actually wanted to buy more than just one, just because I was looking for it for such a long time. And I ended up buying two because they had two different sizes. And I'm like, which one should I buy? Of course, I'm going to buy the big one. I want the big one. But then there's a small one and it's cheaper, and I'll get that too. If I don't like it, then I'll find someone who likes World of Warcraft, then they can have it. Should you go and buy this? As always, this is your own personal decision. This is a beautiful sword. I will repeat that gladly. It's a beautiful sword. It will make your collection completely shine. It will make your wall stand out. It will chase away any lady who walks into your house. This is a beautiful sword, and I cannot iterate that enough. With the blue and the gold, this is the epiphany of the Alliance. And King Lane Rin representing that, I think it's a proper way of handling things. I really love the aspect of this sword, and I think you should. Are you going to eat oatmeal for 3 months in order to afford this sword? That would be worth it. Would it? And there is, of course, one more thing, and probably I will make a separate review of it, because I do not only have the Lion's Fang sword. By the way, there are 2 items in the game that are not obtainable anymore, and it's the Replica Lion's Fang and the Replica Shield for the Alliance. And I am so extremely sorry that I did not act back then, because I did not have an active WoW subscription because life happens, you know. It's not obtainable anymore, and it's absolutely beautiful. I would love to transmog that on my characters playing now in the War Within. What I do have on top of the sword, or over the sword, is I also have the shield. And I will actually go find it for you right now. I will probably make a review of this separately, but on camera it looks amazing. And there's a chain, by the way, so if you hear some weird noises, it's because there's a chain so you can hang it. So this is the, the pairing shield for the sword, just for you to feel the extra testosterone on this Thursday evening. It's amazing. It's really nice, looking really nice. It just doesn't feel extremely high quality, the shield. Good. And now I put it on my shoulder because then I feel badass. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me get back to this. So I will stop this, but I just wanted to show you that the shield exists and it's actually quite nice. With that said, my name is Lucian. Thank you for joining in this channel, and I will see you in the next review. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.